My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim.
It's week 15 of the National Football League. And up next, it's Deshaun Watson.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns on their way out now for the first time. And we'll also get a look at the player brought in from Houston to run this offense. And that's Deshaun Watson. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
On first down, it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Chubb on the counter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll try the air now with Watson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Oh, a good move at the 5. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Watson. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Forced out to his left, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP and an All-Pro in 2019.
I love this quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We're seeing so far as the defense is certainly coordinating. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He's got room at the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And not much. Maybe a yard down in the 23. Here's 2nd and 9. The Ravens at 2-11 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They've got to get moving with the rookie in the last couple. This is a clue. This more than capable of turning things around. I expect them to play really well here.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson throwing once more. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman from 8 yards out. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Cleveland offense making their way out.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Here's Watson. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 37 yards. 7-7, our score after one. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra.
Touchdown, Browns! Amari Cooper, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Only able to get it to his own 20 after breaking through the contact.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
To throw is Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Watson. That is incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And here he's got Graham. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys opportunities have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got Smith here. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7, and it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Watson. Man open, here is Crowder. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 21. That one goes for 24 yards. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive.
They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson now.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
York on now for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line.
It's a nice job there defensively being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They run again on first down, Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Coming back out to take the field, Mark Andrews and company. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards, obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop the guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson. A slow route caught by Bateman. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Calling it a gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. To throw is Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year.
And the Ravens are back within a score.
Tucker with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Brent Urban there to get him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And some room to roam now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Watson's throw taken in there by Crowder.
Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll go down at the 28.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Watson off play action.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Odafe Owe able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, left no real options for them to throw it downfield.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And we're back now here in Cleveland. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
As we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Jackson's throw taken in here by Fuller. And they're going to speed things up here. And Jackson throwing once more. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try to get the ball back again.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
55 rushing yards. Rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting. I guarantee he quietly has told him, you don't want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4. Tucker's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Crowder downfield. Touchdown! Jamison Crowder, 60 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off on the touchdown reception by Jamison Crowder. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The former Minnesota Golden Gopher Rashad Bateman leading this offense back onto the field.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
If this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And again, it's Chubb. And he's got some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. The bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there of 22. Here's Dalvin. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their head.